Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And this game is the culmination and the collision of two undefeated teams, two teams that had defied the odds and come through this season unblemished. Now, each looking to take one final step and become a college football undefeated national champion, as we'll see the #2 seed in this playoff, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on a squad from the Big 12, the Sam Houston Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And here's the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Here's the handoff on a counter. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they got down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sam Houston. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looks right for a quick completion. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
That's solid run, good for first down yardage. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught in the flat by the running back. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. They'll try a pass here. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
The shotgun handoff here. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the first down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Here comes the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Third down, out of the shotgun. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Owls. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments? They'll run it here. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Keeping it on the ground here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
3rd down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. And he's got it again. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Looking right, this one caught. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And he picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 32.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Short pass finds the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Punt over the middle. It's Knight. The Bearcats looking to keep this drive rolling.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. He's looking to scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And the Bearcats begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Barkow. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
I love to see defenses be aggressive. They dial up the heat on this play, brought the linebacker on the blitz, and they get to the quarterback.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 24-yard attempt, should be automatic. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Trying to extend the play. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. He's swarmed by the defense. The sophomore quarterback showing his toughness, standing in there to take the hit. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down. No huddle now for the offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. First down, looking to throw the ball. The short completion to the tight end. Oh, and he fumbles. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way.
Chris, this could end up being a critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently, if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's going to take off. He finds some space.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
And the Bearcats looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
2nd and goal. Look at this. They come out in a 5-wide formation. And he'll set up to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Bearcats. They're setting out to try the PAT. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Can they bounce back from that right away? Let's fly to the wideout, and it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air. What are you doing?
So 2nd down after the incompletion. And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. This will likely be the last play of the half. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still leading by 10. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bearcats will kick this away to start the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. A quick throw out left, complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to fourth down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Back in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick throw caught on the left side. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
I love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He hands it off from the gun. Good enough for first down yardage.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Offense now operating in the red zone. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Caught near the goal line. He makes Takes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution, championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Bearcats offense back out there now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. It's a shotgun run call. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Oh, he makes the catch out of the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. Just ran away from the defense. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And, Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receiver's jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And at 1st down, they go right back to him. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And that run produces a decent gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Zero hesitation that time. He just got it, put it out to the right flat. Unfortunately, it falls incomplete.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he'll be stopped just short of the end zone at the 1. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, FAU. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Sam Houston offense on the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pass rush closing in. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
The Bearcats will have to kick it away. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Florida Atlantic offense takes the field again. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. He bought some time, now lets it go. The tight end has got it. You can't do that. That's an illegal forward pass. It'll cost him 5 yards. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Begin with a quick throw to the left. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
I like the call here. Third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it go under heavy pressure, takes a shot. Intercepted in the end zone.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Sam Houston's offense back out there now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Here's the second down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. As a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on fourth down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well. especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw it on first down. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but not before a huge gain. Moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. And the Bearcats look to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
They stop him, but it's a first down. The Bearcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. What do he score here? Touchdown, Sam Houston. This offense is still clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the FAU offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. He'll hand it off. A quick juke. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Eludes a tackle.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Pressure is coming. Breaks loose at the 45. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. Fires it on the move. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now. Getting set. Here's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he cannot quite hold on down there in the end zone. Would have been a great pick. Instead, a third down play coming up.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series, almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for 6. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Sam Houston State Bearcats.